Welcome back to Lutherans Alive. With us today is Bud Longfellow from the Ingomar United Methodist Church. We're talking about the Seekers Program, which is a ministry to help those who are in a position of unemployment to find some direction for life again and some ways to get back into that meaningful position in life again. Bud, thanks so much for taking the time to come in today. The first section we were talking a bit about how you first got involved with the idea, the development of the program, and some of the basics. We were talking right before the break about getting the folks together, getting them to open up a bit and to share, and take us from there.
One of the things we found that many seekers are so angered by their being severed. Some people that have been working at a company for 30 years and the company doesn't seem to have any soul in comparison to what we would expect from a firm. So in any event, they come away with a fair amount of anger in their mind. That's one of the first things we try to defeat. We try to they have to recognize that they must discard it, get rid of it. And I think that's why a church setting is an awfully good place to accomplish this. And one of the things when we have this meeting, it's open to anybody. We have had Jewish people in, we've had Muslims in our meetings, atheists, no matter what. What we're trying to do is model Christ and at the same time provide services that are very helpful to these people. And so this is our mode. At this point, maybe I could move forward now and talk to you a little bit more about some of the other services that we provide.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
At Ingomar United Methodist Church, we have a website, and I know you're going to be able to show this on your program. That website, we welcome anybody from the tri-state area who wants to come to the site and take a look at it and access it and use the facilities that are there.
Okay.
It is, once you get onto the site and find the Seekers page, the Job Seekers group has a full page, and there are multiple facilities there. Number one, we provide announcements or advertisements for various job meetings around town. There are job fairs that we have, various other meetings where networking can occur. Includes things like Entrepreneurial Thursdays with Jessica Lee, the MIT Forum meetings that are held here in this area. We tell them about Priority 2, which is a local church that also provides training in resume writing and all the other things that are required. We focus on networking. They focus on providing the tools to be successful in your job hunt. So we have a very good relationship as a consequence. So
making some of those connections, again, I keep hearing you use the word networking, making those connections and being in touch with those places that will be useful or helpful in your particular interest or expertise or education. We do live in a time when a lot of things do work on a specialization basis, and in most cases it sounds like you were talking about helping people to connect in the field that they're already educated or experienced in.
Yes. You might think as a consequence that we would tend to break off into groups where all salespeople are talking to each other and so on. That is absolutely not the case.
Okay.
It is the diversity of the people around the table that really helps a great deal. Because of that diversity, you're able to reach into the university climate, into the medical field, into industry, into just nonprofit sector and so on. So that I think the diversity is the greatest asset we have.
As you have people come through the process and become a part of a successful job search for someone, do you find that those folks tend to report back to you how things are going? Do they stay in touch? Is there that kind of sense of collegiality that gets built up amongst folks?
Absolutely. They stay in touch to the point where I have a computer that's almost dying because of the load of communications. I probably spend 4 to 5, 6 hours a day just handling emails and connecting people with other people and so on. And whenever somebody needs to get a network contact into a company, I'll publish to all of our current job seekers and to some of our friends a request. Does anybody out there have a network contact that will be helpful to this individual. They come back to me and bang, I pass it on to them. So that I am constantly shuffling information back and forth. And because of the quality of the other facilitators that we have in these various groups now, they have avenues into venture capital firms, into the university climate, UPMC, etc. So that you just never know where it's going to come from. And I think because of the breadth of my experience and background, I'm able to tap a lot of friendships that I have made over time within the city of Pittsburgh.
And this seems like one of those areas where the electronic capabilities really are a boon in terms of being able to do things quickly and to connect and interconnect in so many various ways.
Absolutely. The computer's been a great device in that regard in terms of communication. And we have 400 graduates from our program at Ingomar United Methodist Church only. We also currently have over 400 job seekers. However, we could not handle all of those. And early this year, we went out into the community and identified 3 other churches, one being the Westminster Presbyterian Church in Upper St. Clair, south of South Hills Village. The second one was at Mount Lebanon Presbyterian Church, where just recently they had 35 people sitting around the table.
Is that right?
Networking. And I just talked today with one of the fellows that's a facilitator there, and they've got 4 volunteers just that came out of the woodwork because they like the process. We also have another one out in Greensburg at the First United Methodist Church there. As a matter of fact, the pastor who is there is the same individual that asked me to take on this role here at Seekers in
it's a small world.
Ingomar United Methodist. Yeah, very much so. So one of the other things we do electronically is that we have a church website. And when you go onto the website and you find the Seekers page, you will find a tremendous number of facilities there. First of all, there are lots of announcements about job fairs and so on, as we mentioned. But in addition, we have a section called Leads. All of the job seekers that we have out there will identify jobs that don't fit their career path, but might fit somebody else's. And these are live, real job leads. And so they pass them to me, which I go through our website manager, and he immediately posts those.
Okay.
So those are there posted for anybody in Pittsburgh, not only our own job seekers, but for anybody to respond to. And once you see it, the information's there, you make a call, send them a resume or whatever it takes. In addition, we have a section called Links. And this Links section is tremendously broad. It provides links to training materials like how do you do a resume, how do you network, etc. And it's very, very valuable. Also, it links you to companies, to job boards, etc. And finally, then we have we list resumes. All of our seekers have the chance to send me a brief summary of who they are and what their job's goal is, and then we can load the resume along with that into our site. Once again, companies looking for people can take a look at those resumes. If they like them, all they do is call them. We don't stay in the middle. We are facilitators. We are trying to help make things happen for our people.
Very good. We are at the point where we need to take our second break, so we're going to do that right now, and we'll come back for our final segment.